Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and another part of this Manchester United Legends series as we're about to take on Arsenal in the league. If we just have a look at the team we've got going out there against Arsenal, this is going to be a huge game. We've got Denis Law up front, Giggs, Charlton and Best across the front three. Edwards and Beckham are both playing in central midfield with Byrne, Stam, Ferdinand, Neville and Schmeichel. Our defensive line. If we just go and have a look at the schedule, you'll see that we have played one game since last episode. It was a 4-1 demolition of Leicester. It wasn't as easy as it looked. We did take the lead. Leicester pinned us back through Ndidi. George Best scored the opening goal, but then Denis Law did what he always does and scored a couple of goals, one for Ryan Giggs as well. 2 in 3 minutes, wrapped the game up for us. It was a very, very good performance across the board really. A couple of defensive lapses, but overall we played very, very well and it set up a great game here against Arsenal. Now some people did want to have a look at some of the pre-season friendly squads, mainly Slovan Bratislava, so I'm just going to do this now, have a quick look at the players they've got in there. Not many that I recognise, unfortunately. There's only really one worth an awful lot of money. But we've also got Liers. I'm pretty sure there are legends in every single possible club, and you can see them here. Woolhof for Liers. Bayern, of course, have got a sensational team. Franz Beckenbauer, Müller, Lothar Matthäus in there, Rummenigge, Oliver Kahn's down there. It is an incredible side, and we did well to draw with them. And then you've also got teams like Ajaccio. If we look at their squad, only one legend in there, or possibly even not even one legend. And then Kichi, who we beat 5-1 from the Hong Kong Premier League. No legends in their team. And then Nantes and Real Madrid, obviously you saw their team, but Nantes have got quite a few good players in their team. They're a very decent side at the moment. So overall, we did very well in pre-season, and after that win against Leicester, we're in a good place to do well against Arsenal as well. There's not been any transfers. The window has now closed. That was because I just didn't have the money to sign anyone. So we will be playing with the squad that we've got, but it's a very, very strong squad, and hopefully against Arsenal today, we will be able to get a good win. Arsenal, of course, with their legends, very, very dangerous. They're sitting at the top of the Premier League at the moment. Although the last team that we saw in this series that we beat, Leeds, were also top at the time. But you can see why this Arsenal team is at the top of the league. They've got Drake up front, not the musician. Thierry Henry on the left flank with Pires and Bastin in there. Koller and Vieira are in central midfield. Hapgood, Adams, Lintlock, Rice and Kelsey are their defensive unit. Not as many of the invincible legends in there. They do have Bergkamp on the bench, they have O'Leary, Keown on there as well. It's a decent side, but I think it's one that we can actually win. I'm going to tell the team to just go out and pick up where they left off, given we won 4-1 in the last match, but hopefully we can get a good performance from this United team today. I'm kind of settled. I think this tactic actually fits our players a little bit better because Giggs is still involved. It gets George Best more involved. Bobby Charlton can play in his better position. Cantona is also very good in that central attacking midfield position. Well, Best has got him behind her. He's got players in the middle arriving now. He puts it in and it's cleared out by Koller. But as I was saying, Best can play well in his favoured position. Giggs can. We've got Charlton and Cantona can play behind the striker. It gives Denis Law the run out up front. Although Giggs has been picked out here, in on goal, well saved. We're looking dangerous in this opening minute. But then Beckham is also very good in central midfield, which is possibly an underestimated part of his game. As Schmeichel sends this ball forward, cut out by Arsenal. We have won it back though. Beckham back to Stam. Charlton out wide to Ryan Giggs. Ball goes forward, but is cut out. Henry forward to Drake. Rides a couple of challenges. Now Henry again, cutting in from the left as he always used to do. Koller back out to Henry, but Ferdinand with an excellent tackle. And now we've got Denis Law having a run. He's got George Best making the run as well, and he's picked him out. There are players in the middle. He puts it across. Charlton is there, and Bobby Charlton with a header at the back stick makes it 1-0 here against Arsenal. A crucial lead to have gotten, and George Best with the assist. I mean, that's a perfect way to start this game against Arsenal. I do feel like we are the better team. I feel like we're the best team in England by far. And we've got Ryan Giggs now free down the left flank, cutting inside. He's got players around him. He puts it across, and Best makes it 2-0. 2 goals in about a matter of 40 seconds there. George Best with a sensational finish. making it 2-0, and we are absolutely tearing Arsenal apart, and it could be about to get even worse for them. Vieira sends it back to Adams. Now Collar out wide to Thierry Henry. This side do have dangerous attacking threats, so if he could kill them off with a third goal early on, it really would make life so much easier. As Edwards picks up the ball, back to Stam. He holds it up, now Edwards again, forward to Byrne, on to Bobby Charlton, back to Beckham. Law, he's got the support of Giggs and Best with him. He doesn't need it, it's come for Giggs, and Giggs does make it 3-0. From 7 minutes to 9 minutes, we've scored 3 times. It's now 3-0, less than 9 minutes gone, and Arsenal are being absolutely humiliated by our attacking midfield trio of Best, Charlton and Giggs. I mean, that is just an unbelievable attacking line that we've got with Dennis Law up front as well. And this is with players like Eric Cantona and Mark Hughes on the bench as well. We can do absolute raw damage to any team that we come up against. But so far, so good. 4 shots, 3 goals. You can't complain at that. Cliff Bastin getting a yellow card. For Arsenal, they seem to have settled a bit more. Giggs finds Beckham edge of the area. Now Charlton. It comes back to Beckham, and Ferdinand from a yard out gets the rebound, but the flag has gone up. Rio Ferdinand does not get a goal. But Beckham had a good effort there from outside the area. It'd be nice to see Beckham getting a couple of goals. We haven't had many chances from free kicks from what I've seen so far, but I'm sure when we do get them, he will be over them. But we're about to head into half-time. It's been pretty easy for us. I can't see Arsenal getting back into this at Old Trafford. 3-0 down at half-time. But I'm very happy. It looks like the team are finding their stride. I think this tactic fits the team very, very well. And I'll probably be sticking with it for quite some time, as well as Best picks up the ball, puts it in, but it's cleared out by McClintock. Now it's Vieira. I think they're going to have to bring the likes of Bergkamp on soon. He should be playing ahead of Drake, but they've brought Perez off and brought on Liam Brady. Kelsey sending the ball forward to Adams. Now McClintock to Vieira. Collar over the top for Drake. He's just trying to bring it down the right flank. He's got some players in the box and he does put it in. It's cleared out. Bobby Charlton can counter. He's got Law ahead of him. Giggs just inside of him as well. And Giggs has picked it up and it's just not quite broken for anyone there. It was poor communication between the two of them. Ferdinand out wide to George Best. Tries to play it inside. And Bobby Charlton did win it, but again, the ball not quite breaking for us. Ferdinand winning it again. Best. Ball in early and Giggs arriving. That's what George Best can do for you. You didn't even see that on the screen, but he did. Giggs picked out beautifully on the far side and he touches it home. Giggs now with quite a few goals already. Now I imagine he's going to get even more. Playing as that inside forward as they usually are on the wings in this version of the game. Inside forward for whatever reason, so much better than a winger. And little bit overpowered, to be honest, in this game. As are playing 3 up front, which is why I tried not to do it with the tactics for this season. Also, we've got some sensational attacking midfielders, and it made sense to try and bring them into the game. But Arsenal trying to get something here. It's Drake through to Bastin and Schmeichel with a brilliant save there. That moved very quickly, but he managed to deny it. And now they've got a corner, Arsenal. Bastin with it. We get the nice director cam. It's into Henry, but Charlton clears it away very well. And so 4-0, I might think about bringing on a couple of players that we haven't really featured so far. So we can bring on Steve Bruce, possibly for Yapstam. Mark Hughes can get a run out up front as well. And I might leave it... No, we got Edwards on a yellow. So let's bring Roy Keane in to just sit there in central midfield and break anything up that Arsenal try to do for the last half an hour. I don't normally like to make 3 substitutions at the same time, especially with half an hour still to play when you could get an injury. But we're pretty comfortable here. Now it's George Best taking it down the right flank, puts the ball in, Adams away, Beckham's there, always going to be dangerous in those positions, and he finds Charlton, finds Giggs, and Giggs has found the back of the net there, right in the bottom corner. Ryan Giggs with his second hat-trick of the season, because he scored one in pre-season as well. And it's now 5-0 against a team that I was really worried about. Drake puts it in, and Thierry Henry does knock it over the line, so our clean sheet is gone. You've always got to expect Thierry Henry to get goals. But at the moment, it's not going to make a big impact on this game. Charlton picks up the ball, edge of the area, puts it in, it's cleared out, but Hughes has control of it. Now Roy Keane, back to Beckham, but it's given away by Roy Keane. Not sure I saw him do that too often in his career. Here's Collar. Put him by Help God. Drake's in there. Burn down Henri. Can't get it on target. It does just go wide. And just 15 minutes left now. In terms of shots, it's been pretty even, but we have been absolutely clinical with our finishing. Now, Giggs rides the challenge, puts the ball in, but it's easy to take for the goalkeeper, Kelsey. I find it really funny they're telling me to watch Pat Rice and make sure we close him down, given that he's, to me, known as the slightly older, bit chubby assistant manager of Arsenal, or backroom staff at Arsenal. But Henri's got in again and made it 5-2. I'm glad he's doing this now and not when it was 0-0, because he is just so dangerous in this game. Schmeichel puts the ball forward. Good header forward, but cut out by Beckham. Best finds Giggs. Could he get a fourth? No. Defenders did well. And now it's Bruce onto Beckham. Charlton back to Beckham. Now Hughes into Giggs. Given away again. Team getting very sloppy since they went 5-0 up. And now Drake is in behind. But it is a good tackle and it does go out of play. Team, I'm not sure why they've gotten quite so sloppy. Maybe a bit more emphasis on playing the game for the full 90 minutes might help. But maybe they've got low determination, all those different stats that affect it. But you wouldn't expect that from a team made up of champions like this. Ferdinand forward to Charlton. Now Hughes. He could play that in behind, but instead he held on to it and lost possession. Keane has won it back though. Now Giggs into Mark Hughes. Good position, and he finds the back of the net for 6-2. Mark Hughes' first goal for the club as a youngster, and it's now 6-2. I'm sure he'll get many, many more if I don't sell him, which I may well do because we have so many good attacking players that he's not going to play very much. But at 6-2, this game very much dead. We could even get a seventh here as Schmeichel puts the ball forward. Giggs can't win it. Rice wins it instead. Now Drake back to Brady over the top. And it's Bastin in behind. Pulls it back and Henri gets his hat-trick. Not often that you score a hat-trick and lose by 3 goals. But that is Thierry Henry's day. He has been the only good player for Arsenal. Bruce forward to Giggs. Could be even more goals than this. Giggs takes it out wide. He's got players in there. Hughes is one of them. It's cleared out. Brady further away. Roy Keane cleans up. Pushes it out wide to Neville. Now Ferdinand to Neville again. And he's lost the ball there to Henri. Drake is attacking. Keane goes in with a tackle, but Henri's in behind. And Henri scores a 4th goal. He is absolutely sensational, Thierry Henry. Has any player ever scored 4 goals in one game and lost a match? Like in any game. That is unbelievable that is what is happening. But we've had a 10-goal thriller in this game. I'm glad I chose to record this one. 6-4 it's going to finish. We scored 3 in about 90 seconds in the first 10 minutes. And then from there, Arsenal have actually won the game 4-3 since then. But luckily those early goals doing the damage. 2 players got hat-tricks. Thierry Henry got 4. Mark Hughes, George Best, Bobby Charlton. What a roll call of goal scorers that is in Premier League history or top division English history. Absolutely sensational. Great spectacle, but fortunately we are the team that has managed to get the win. And after that opening day defeat to Everton, we've really bounced back with some excellent results against some very difficult teams. And it means that we do at least have a good points tally now after about 4 Premier League games. Wenger is angry about something. When was he not? But if we have a look at that league table, you can see we are now top of the league. Other teams still to play, so it could all change. But at the moment, the league is being flipped on its head. Liverpool and Spurs both really struggling. Over the next few games, I mean, it'd be nice to record the game against Sporting, to be honest, because they do have some very good players. They are going to be a difficult team. Obviously, Luis Figo is a 17-year-old is sat in this squad. They've also got Cristiano Ronaldo in the team, I believe. If we look at the under-19s, there he is, Cristiano Ronaldo. I am scouting him. Also got Eric Dyer, Gelson Martins, and Nani in there as well. Very good players. It's a good side, Sporting. It would have been a fun side to manage, actually. But I wanted to play with Manchester United. Maybe I will end up at Sporting at some point. We've got games against Sporting, Blackburn, QPR, and then maybe the next game that we'll record is the Spurs game. That will allow me to just progress the save a little bit. So we can record the Spurs game, then play through these and record the Juventus game. So that will be the next couple of episodes, Spurs and Juventus live commed. I'll let you know how I get on with the other matches as well, and that will take us up pretty much to the end of October. So do drop a like on this video if you enjoyed that 10-goal thriller with Arsenal. Make sure to subscribe so you see those games against Spurs and Juventus coming up soon. But until next time, see ya!